If you ignore this, you will regret it for the next 10 years. Take a moment and consider what that truly means. Not just words that drift through the air, but a visceral warning about the trajectory of your life. Why? Because time is running away from you, and it waits for no one. In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, full of alerts and distractions, it's easy to lose focus on what truly matters. But here's a secret the Stoics knew well. Mastering the habits of your mind is the ultimate freedom. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor himself, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Let these words be a catalyst for change. You're about to embark on a journey where 10 Stoic habits can reshape your year. Imagine a life where external chaos no longer dictates your internal peace. Picture achieving a state of unwavering tranquility amidst the storms of work deadlines, never-ending notifications, and personal challenges. It's not a dream, it's a discipline. Epictetus taught that happiness and freedom begin with a clear comprehension of what belongs to you and what does not. In simple terms, control what you can, let go of what you can't. So ask yourself, are you ready to seize control from fate's capricious hands and live by design? Because if you are, the first step is becoming painfully aware of your own habits, the good, the bad, and the quietly destructive. But this awareness is just the beginning. To transform, you need to take deliberate action. Stay with me as we delve into these habits. Let them be tools in your arsenal, not just to survive another year, but to thrive. Seneca reminds us, begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. Today is that day for you. So don't wait. Don't let another year slip through your fingers. Let's make this change together. 1. Habit 1. Embrace the present. Stop doing this immediately if you want to be happy. Resist the urge to dwell on the past or to anxiously leap into an uncertain future. You are the architect, the craftsman of the moment you are living in right now. This, my friend, is the crux of habit 1. Embrace the present. Imagine this. You're in a crucial meeting, surrounded by peers who look up to you, clients who depend on your conviction. But your mind is elsewhere, reliving yesterday's failure or forecasting tomorrow's challenge. You lose the room. You lose your grip. You lose the smooth rhythm of your inner tranquility. Confine yourself to the present, Marcus Aurelius advises. It's not just a mental shift, it's an empowerment. It's about fully inhabiting this nanosecond of existence. Think of your life as a garden. You wouldn't spend too much time watering last season's withered plants or anxiously overwatering seeds yet to sprout. Your precious focus is needed right where you stand to nurture what is growing now. In your relationships, it's about listening, really listening, and being present in conversations rather than rehearsing responses or scrolling through flashy distractions. In your career, it's about dedicating your energy to what you can impact today, not lamenting what slipped through your fingers yesterday or fretting about uncertainties that may never materialize. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Proposes Marcus Aurelius again. Beautiful, isn't it? The essence of this habit is to let go of borrowed preoccupations and sink deeply into the now, aligning your actions with your values. To master your year, master this moment. And with each moment, sculpt a life of deliberate presence and profound contentment. 2. Habit 2. Focus on what you control. Now, let's delve deeper into the heart of this Stoic practice, focusing on what you control. Imagine this. You're standing at the helm of a ship in a stormy sea. Waves crash, winds howl, and the temptation is to curse the weather. But all you can really control is your grip on the wheel and your course through the tempest. This is the essence of habit 2. Embrace control over your actions, your thoughts, and your decisions. That's where your power lies. As Epictetus wisely instructs, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Think about your daily life. In relationships, what do you influence? Your reactions, your empathy, your kindness. You can't dictate others' thoughts or change their behaviors, just as you can't stop the rain by willing it away. Isn't that a relief, though? To realize that the burdens of the world don't rest on your shoulders alone. Focus on refining yourself, not reshaping the universe. Consider your career. You cannot influence market trends or the sudden whims of a distant client. But you do wield the power to hone your skills, to adapt, and to respond with grace in adversity. Seneca reminds us, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. It's in the preparation, in those elements you can control, that you find your freedom. So, let's practice this freedom today. Take a pen, write down what you can control and what you can't. When faced with an obstacle, ask yourself, what part of this is truly in my hands? And then, let the rest go. In cultivating this habit, what you will find is not just tranquility, but an unshakable confidence. A life that's less about wrestling for control and more about guiding your own ship with precision and purpose, regardless of the storm. 3. Habit 3. Live with intentionality. Imagine this. You're living a life, but without intention. You might as well be a ship adrift on the roaring seas without a captain to steer it. A life where years slip through your fingers like sand, leaving you questioning where all that time went. This is the huge mistake most of us are making. Intentional living isn't just a fancy buzzword. It's the practice of making conscious decisions. Decisions that resonate with your values and propel you forward. Marcus Aurelius told us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. It's a call to action, urging you to be deliberate in every moment. Picture the modern workplace. Many rush around in a frenzy, overwhelmed by busyness, mistaking it for productivity. But imagine carefully choosing the tasks that align with your ultimate goals. Instead of merely responding to emails, deadlines, or someone else's priorities, what if you took meaningful strides toward your most cherished aspirations? That's living with intentionality. Think of a sailor setting course by the stars. The sailor knows where they want to go and uses the guiding lights above to chart a course. You must be that sailor. Your values are your stars. They keep you aligned and directed. Take time each day to reflect on what's truly important to you. Ask yourself if the actions you're about to take serve your goals. Does the decision reflect your values or simply fill your day with noise? Seneca warns, if a man knows not what harbor he seeks, any wind is the right wind. Don't be blown by the winds of chance and circumstance. Define your harbor, your purpose, with clarity, and steer your ship towards it with every decision you make. You owe it to yourself to live with this kind of clarity. Make every decision intentional. Don't drift. That's where failure lies. But with intention, even the stormiest seas become navigable pathways to your desired destiny. 4. Habit 4. Cultivate gratitude. If you ignore the power of gratitude, you're depriving yourself of a fundamental key to fulfillment. Gratitude. It's not just a polite thank you or a fleeting feeling. It's a transformative force that aligns you with the universe's abundance. Imagine for a moment you're a farmer living in ancient Rome. You've toiled all season, planting seeds, tending crops. Suddenly, an unexpected storm lays waste to your harvest. Anger and frustration can take root easily, overshadowing the potential growth for the coming season. But what if you pause? What if you honor the storm not as a destroyer, but as a nourisher of the soil, readying it for the seeds you'll plant next? Be like the rocky headland on which the waves constantly break. Marcus Aurelius wrote, It stands firm, and around it the seething waters are laid to rest. Gratitude is the rock, grounding us amidst life's unpredictable storms. It's seeing the gift in each raindrop, not just the damage in the flood. In modern life, it's easy to find fault. The job didn't come through. The relationship ended. The traffic was hellish. But how often do you pause to recognize what went right? That tiny moment of someone holding the door for you, that shared smile on a crowded subway, the comforting warmth of your morning coffee. Each is a moment to be savored, moments in which gratitude turns storms into showers of rejuvenation. Gratitude turns chaos into clarity. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance. And through it, you lay the groundwork not just for resilience, but for profound growth. By cultivating gratitude, you become resilient, strong, and open-hearted. Now, reflect on this. What would change in your life if every disappointment was met with a dose of gratitude? Would you become less reactive, more peaceful? Share your thoughts. Let them ripple outwards. How does gratitude reshape your reality? 5. Habit 5. Practice self-reflection. Self-reflection, like gratitude, is not something you practice only when life spirals into chaos. It's a habit you cultivate daily, refining your inner compass continuously. Imagine a sailor navigating tumultuous seas without ever checking his maps. Such oversight would surely lead to disaster. So, why do you sail through your days without pausing to reflect? Pause. Reflect. In those moments, you discover truths overlooked, insights hidden beneath the surface. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Every day, your thoughts paint the landscape of your life. But are you aware of what colors you are choosing? Let's consider a real-world scenario. Have you ever left a tense meeting feeling charged with emotions? Anger, frustration, maybe even blame? Without reflection, these emotions fester, breeding negativity. But if you take a moment to reflect, you might discover something else. Perhaps the disagreement stemmed from miscommunication or even your own impatience. In that space of reflection, you find clarity, a way forward that lessens the grip of negative emotions and cultivates understanding instead. Seneca believed that we must keep an unshaken mind in the midst of life's storms. Reflection is the tool that sharpens this mind. It is more than a recap. It's an honest appraisal of your actions, motives, and desires. Now, seize this moment. Ask yourself, what did I do today? What could I have done better? What emotions held sway over me, and why? Dive deep, for it is in this depth that you find your true north. Reflection doesn't just tell you where you've gone, it shows you where you should go next. This is how you avoid the colossal mistake of drifting aimlessly, repeating the same errors year after year. Through self-reflection, you not only understand your world more clearly, but you also reshape it with purpose and intention. Habit 6. Strengthen your resilience. Right, so you're grasping the power of reflection, making sure your actions align with your deeper goals. But what happens when life throws the unexpected at you? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not a question of if, but when. Resilience becomes your compass now. It's your armor against setbacks. Think of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, who ruled during one of the most turbulent times in Roman history. Wars, plagues, betrayals. Yet he remained steadfast. Why? Because he understood that we cannot control what happens to us. We can only control how we respond. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, he said. This isn't just strategy, it's survival. Imagine you're a working parent in today's hustle culture. Every day is an unpredictable tumult. Your kids are sick, work deadlines are looming, and your relationships are demanding. You could crumble under the weight, or you could realize that every challenge is your teacher. Resilience is not about having the strength to get through. It's about growing stronger as you endure. Build this resilience by preparing your mind before the storm hits. Embrace voluntary discomfort. Take cold showers to toughen your mental resolve, or intentionally make your day harder to strengthen your adaptability. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show men what they are." Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that you are being disciplined. This discipline is your resilience in action. Each trial is an opportunity to reinforce your strength, to prove to yourself that you are unshakable. With every setback, ask, what is this teaching me? What strength am I building today for tomorrow's unknown? Remember, resilience is not a trait you're born with. It's a muscle you build through reflection and deliberate hardship. Here's your call to action. Embrace life's trials, knowing that they forge your character. Don't shy away from discomfort. Let it mold you. Be the storm chaser in your own life. You've got this. Habit 7. Pursue humility. Stop for a moment. Have you ever considered that confidence without humility is like a ship without a compass? You'll drift away, lost in self-importance, and miss what truly matters. Pursuing humility isn't about thinking less of yourself. It's understanding that you are part of something much larger. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men of his time, constantly reminded himself, "Remember that you are but a soul carrying a corpse, as simple and fleeting as dust." Humility keeps your feet on the ground. It's your guide in the labyrinth of ego. Consider a modern executive at the height of their career, drowning in accolades. They might believe the world revolves around them, but without humility, they falter. They become deaf to feedback, blind to their weaknesses, and resistant to change. Their career, much like a house built on sand, crumbles with the first storm. In relationships, too, humility is your anchor. Think of it. How often have arguments spiraled out of control because neither party was willing to admit fault? By embracing humility, you drop your defenses and open up a dialogue. Epictetus wisely noted, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Be willing to admit ignorance, to bow your head, and you'll invite wisdom and growth into your life. Humility does not hinder ambition, it fuels it. Instead of resting on laurels, you remain teachable. Instead of isolation in an ivory tower, you become accessible, earning trust and loyalty along the way. So, I challenge you, incorporate humility into every aspect of your life. Acknowledge your flaws and your strengths without ego. Let go of the need to be right all the time. See humility as your navigator, helping you steer clear of the wreckage that pride can bring. As you do so, you'll discover a palpable lightness, a clarity that enriches both journey and destination. Pursue humility and discover the profound strength in vulnerability. Habit 8. Embrace discomfort. Stop avoiding what makes you uncomfortable. Seriously, if you want to grow, stop seeking comfort and embrace the unknown. You see, life begins where your comfort zone ends. In fact, Epictetus reminds us, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. What a powerful thought. Let's dive deeper. Picture this. A budding entrepreneur hesitating to take the leap into a new venture because they fear failure. Yet, it's precisely by confronting this discomfort that they uncover their capabilities and learn valuable lessons. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone, a tool for shaping mastery. The warmth of the familiar is enticing, but remember, advancement demands risk. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who balanced the weight of empire on his shoulders. His reign wasn't filled with endless days of peace and prosperity. No, he faced wars, plagues, and political strife. Yet, It was through these hardships that he honed his virtues. He knew that embracing what is hard and daunting armed him with wisdom and resilience. Aurelius believed in facing fate head-on, saying, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." And so, embracing discomfort births strength and transformation. Like the blades of a sword refined by fire, adversity becomes your ally. The discomfort you face today lays down the groundwork for tomorrow's resilience and creativity. By choosing discomfort, you lead a life of purpose, not stagnation. Opportunities, unseen by the complacent, open up to those who dare to face the unknown. True growth, my friend, is seldom wrapped in silk. It's grit, sweat, and sometimes tears. So, step back from the shadow of comfort. Embrace the tension. Laugh in the face of fear with the knowledge that these moments herald growth. As you do, you'll find, like the Stoics before you, that you become not only stronger but deeply aligned with your true purpose. Habit 9. Simplify your life. But there's another aspect to consider here, a vital ally to your soul's journey, the simplicity in life. Now listen, if your life feels like a suffocating labyrinth, cluttered with distractions, you are upholding the chains of complexity. And complexity suffocates wisdom. It feeds on your peace and drains your energy. Picture this, a ship in a storm, overloaded with heavy cargo, struggling to stay afloat. The sailors, in their dire need, throw overboard everything unnecessary. They simplify to survive. You must do the same. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." What he understood was the potency of simplicity. Release the baggage. Embrace only what is essential. Consider the modern clutter of technology, possessions, relationships that add no value, and demands of a world that promises much but delivers little. Simplifying your life is your refuge. It clarifies your thoughts, nurtures your creativity, and unveils the profound truths that are buried beneath the clutter. Seneca once advised to associate with people who are likely to improve you. Extend this wisdom to every element of your life. Seek what enhances, discard what detracts. Your time and energy are finite. What you hold on to defines you. Choose wisely. This is not about renouncing all material possessions, but understanding their true place. Imagine tearing down the walls of distraction that blind you to what truly matters. Moments of genuine connection, fulfilling work, and quiet reflection await on the other side. So ask yourself, what in your life is weighing you down? What clutter covers the path to your destiny? Embrace simplicity. It is your compass, guiding you through the chaos to serenity. Adapt the Stoic approach. Surround your life with only what serves your soul's progression. Nurture a garden of simplicity where clarity and meaning grow. And within this simplicity, you will find the freedom to focus on the growth that truly matters. Habit 10. Practice equanimity. Stop doing this immediately if you want peace of mind, allowing chaos and turbulence to dictate your emotions and actions. You see, the path to true serenity, the kind that sustains you during life's storms, lies in mastering the art of equanimity. Imagine this: Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, at his desk, surrounded not by chaos, but by calm. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In the face of both applause and criticism, he remained steady. That's equanimity, an unshakable inner peace that allows you to respond to external events rather than react to them. Consider a modern twist. You're in a meeting at work. Criticism comes your way unexpectedly. The usual instinct is to defend, maybe even lash out. But what if you paused, took a breath, and responded thoughtfully instead. That's not just maturity. That's your equanimity in action. Epictetus taught us. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let this sink into the very fabric of how you handle life's uncertainties. Whether in a heated argument or a sudden change of plans, your response is a reflection of your inner strength. It's about cultivating a calm resolve amid the whirlwind. Let's talk relationships. Have you ever been in a situation where a loved one's mood affected your entire day? Practicing equanimity means becoming the steady ship in turbulent waters, offering support without getting tossed around by external emotional waves. Think of it as the emotional stoic buffer that protects your heart. So, when you feel your center starting to waver, remember, the power of your life lies in your ability to maintain a balanced mind, a mental fortress against life's hurricanes. Practice this daily and see how negativities begin to lose their grip. Equanimity isn't just maintaining calm. It's the strength to steer your life unperturbed by the chaos surrounding it. In this practice, you unlock freedom. The freedom to choose your emotional destiny, no matter the external weather. Conclusion. Reflect on one last idea before we conclude. Imagine you've been building a towering lighthouse with each stoic habit brick by brick. Through discussion, discipline, and equanimity, you've illuminated the vast sea ahead, casting light across the murky world around you. But here's the thing. You need to keep lighting that lamp, day in and day out. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that things are difficult." Be daring. Be steadfast. Dare to step into each day with these habits ingrained in your being. Remember, mastery is not a destination. It's a journey you undertake every single morning. So, here's your call to action. Integrate these habits into your very essence. Live by them, breathe them, embody them. Don't let another year slip by in uncertainty and reaction. Claim your life's keel strong against the currents. You've got the tools, the wisdom, and the power within you. Now harness it. Let this be your year of transformation, the year where you stand unyielded, unshaken, and utterly awake in the face of life's challenges. Go forward, seek the clarity of a sage, and live life as the artist and architect of your destiny. Farewell, and may you navigate with wisdom and courage.